Morning. Another Friday, another week gone. This week I've seen some horrible things going on in the world, and we see it on TV and can't believe it. It's like a movie unfolding before our eyes, and it saddens me what I've seen this week, and it breaks your heart, does it? As human beings, we are one race. We're the human race. Different skin colours. We look different. Thankfully we do, because it's variety. I was reminded watching that growing up in Orkney in the mid to late 70s. There was a friend at school, and he was black, probably the only black guy in the island at the time, and I was very friendly with him. Maybe the fact that he had a nice looking sister as well, that was attraction, but he was adopted, but a lovely man, lovely young boy, and a couple of years he stayed at Stromness. We got very close, and he was always that bit quicker than me and stronger, and his smile was so radiant. But what happened with him was he moved to central Scotland, and then I never heard from him since. Basically, a few years ago I picked up a newspaper, and it was an article about racism, and here was this guy that I grew up with speaking about how he was basically discriminated or racially, I won't use the word abused, but people were just against him, and he felt so alone. I didn't realise that, because you know what, I wasn't him. And when I read it, I actually felt heartbroken, started to cry, and I thought, wow. But he became a lawyer and a musician, and now he fights for people's rights, which is wonderful how the story goes. But Jesus said, love one another. Love one another. That's why he was sent to earth, was to love one another. He stood up for people that couldn't stand up for themselves. The lady that was getting stoned by the religious people of today, judgments, and it's wrong. And we have to have a voice. It's so easy to watch TV, to watch by the silent, to be an audience, and not to have a voice. And often we go back to, I wish I said this, I wish I said that. But Martin Luther King, some great quotes from him. We need to change, guys. We need to be a voice. Hatred, enough is enough. We can't just sit back and watch. It's amazing we can argue over things like football teams. We get upset about that, but what does that matter in the end? Really nothing, is it? It's a game of football. It's sport. But it's people's lives. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Even in the Christian world, we can argue over how we do church services, or how we do this, how we do that. Really? It doesn't care. We don't care. It's about people. It's about loving one another. Be a voice for the voiceless. That's being a follower of Christ. Step into situations and be a peacemaker, but be a voice. Don't just walk around. Don't just say the people will pray for you and do nothing. Jesus came to make a difference, to be the voice. He had enough. And to be a follower of Christ, it's not easy. It's not an easy road, because we're called to be that voice for the voiceless. Are we really? I don't know. But I am on a Friday. And this Friday message today is be the voice, because we're one race, we're a human race. Stand up for those who can't stand up for themselves. Love one another. Skin colours, what does that matter in the end? It's nothing. It's about the heart, is it? The heart can love and the heart can hate. What do you feed it with? Do you feed it with love, or do you feed it with hatred? There's a battle going on at the moment in the world. It's often the unseen battle. We don't know, we can't see it, but we know there's a battle between good and evil. And it's up to us to pick which side we're on. Come on, be on the side of goodness, the side of hope, the side of love. Have a great weekend. Love one another, as Jesus said. Love one another. See ya.